Good to
So,
know.
so right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 commissioners, and who else came in the room back?
I have two other, and we're still waiting for GL and Mike Stearns to come.
Mike is on.
I'm here via Zoom.
Oh, there's Stearns comes on Zoom.
And who is in the room with you, Ron?
I've got Scott, and then I've got Jen, the three of us. Kelsey should be coming soon here.
Yeah, I still need one more commissioner.
No, you have enough with 4.
No, with Mike.
Tom,
yeah,
you
Mike.
have enough with 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I still have 2 minutes to 4, so we'll wait to start the meeting at 4 o'clock.
Mr. Matt Boki
And
also just
Wilkie
joined us.
just came in now.
Okay, Matt Boki's in the room.
Yeah. Maybe not. A little better. This is one of the film auditor, that's all it is.
Zoom. Thank you. No, online, yeah.
We have the newspaper on there as well. We have the newspaper.
Oh, we
Sounds
don't?
like, Tim's was supposed this week on that.
Is that Kelsey?
Yes, he's here.
Oh, okay. Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I think they just got it drawn, so yeah, you said out here pretty quick.
So we have one attendee, the newspaper is on there.
Okay, that time tells me it's 4 o'clock. I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Detroit Lakes Development Authority. And with the quorum present, item 2 on the agenda is the minutes of the April 5th meeting. They were all in your packet. Has everybody read them? Do you have any additions, corrections?
I have read the minutes and I have make a motion to approve them as presented.
I'll
Motion.
second. Mike Stearns.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. Any discussion? And I do need to call the roll. So Ron,
Aye.
Matt,
Aye.
Dale,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and GL just joined us. GL, there's a motion on the floor to approve the minutes as presented in your packet.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Next is the payment of claims and the financial report. That was also in your packets. Any questions or comments on that? If not, I'll take a motion.
I'll make a
So
move.
moved.
Go ahead.
Motion by
Mike Stearns.
Motion by Dale, second by Mike. Any other discussion? I'll call the roll. Ron,
Aye.
Matt,
Aye.
Dale,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
GL.
Aye.
Motion carries. Financials are approved. New business. Consideration of the sale of Lot 2, Block 1 of the Tower Industrial Park to Absolute Ice. And we have in the room Scott Walls. He is there. You raise your hand, Scott. Tell everybody where you are. We can kind of see you way back there. And
Absolute Ice would like to purchase Lot 2, Block 1 in the North Tower Road Industrial Park. This is straight west of where their current facility is located. They are growing and they would like to secure this lot for future expansion. They would like to purchase it on a contract for deed with $5,000 down at closing $5,000 before the end of this year, another $20,000 in 2022, and then the final $20,000 in 2023. And they would like to make their payments in the summer or fall months, which is when they have a lot of cash flow or revenue. And I think this is a great idea, and I would recommend approval of the sale. They are offering the full $50,000 price that we're asking.
Larry, are they gonna make those payments with cold cash?
That's a question for Scott to answer.
It's cold.
Perhaps maybe frozen. Okay, any other questions for Scott or staff?
Larry, Mike Stearns here.
Yes.
Contract for deeds, I guess I probably asked last month, who normally pays for the costs of a contract preparation?
We have always been the party to do that because
Okay.
we are trying to be helpful.
No, that's fair enough. Thank you.
And
So
Mike,
I would,
is in regard to carrying cost. I mean, this is going to be really a 3-year acquisition. Have we charged interest before on these contracts? And do we record a contract, or is it just?
We do record a contract.
So we make the sale, and the payment is a contract.
Yes.
The payment is actually a form of financing.
In the past, we haven't done very many contract for deeds, but of late we have been doing them, and we have been doing them without interest.
How much are the closing costs gonna be on this?
We have very low closing costs because typically I prepare the documents. Once we've had 1 or 2 of these done with the attorney, then I just use that as a model and use that to create the documents. So there's not a lot of costs for us to do this.
So what would we be looking at? How many dollars?
Whatever the recording fees would be, Ron, is basically it.
So at the buyer's option, they can have the title examined, right? In which case
It's
they pay
the
for it.
buyer's choice to either have the title examined or get title insurance.
You know, it might be if we're gonna have more of this type of loans that we maybe have a policy for our group so that if we have more of these coming in, we have a set policy on it, but I know we're
Well,
seeing.
Ron, typically what we're trying to do is just help the buyers out. We're trying
Well,
to encourage development, and so we haven't normally worried about the small costs associated with the.
Oh, and I know that, but I'm asking what the small cost is, and you can't even give me an answer, so I'm just wondering.
Well, the answer is whatever the recording costs would be, so probably $100.
$100, okay.
And I don't know if we've done a 3-year contract without interest before, or a 3-year loan. Is that something new for us?
That's probably stretching it out further than we've normally gone, although with accessories, we went with a 5-year contract.
I would say it's probably a fairly accelerated repayment on a contract. Most of them are based upon a 10 to 20 year amortization. So this is pretty good. Plus within the first year, we'd have a 20% down between the 2 payments upfront and within the remainder of 2021. So I'd make a motion to approve as requested.
I'll second the motion.
So we have a motion by Mike, second by Dale, to approve the sale on a contract for deed as presented in the email from Scott Walls. And Scott, as I understand, this email came from you, but it didn't come from you as the surveyor or the real estate agent. You're a party to this. Is that why you're involved?
Yes, I am an investor in the company, and I did come prepared to give you a little bit of background on the company. Didn't know if you guys.
Oh, absolutely, go ahead. We're in the discussion phase of the motion right now, and I'll take your input right now. Go ahead.
The company, as I said, I am a small investor in the company. It's entering its fourth year of business. It's a fully automated ice manufacturing system. The ice, if anybody'd like to see it, you're welcome to come out there. It is really very cool to see. Starts with water coming in from the city water supply and ends up without anybody touching it until the forklift driver picks it up off of the automatic palleting system, put it in the freezer. The company started from scratch, 0 customers. It did start with 2 employees. Over the first 3 years, it's grown about 40 to 60%. Last year, we sold about 4.5 million pounds of ice, which is about $540,000 in revenue. We now have over 200 customers, which includes Lake Slickers. Thank you to the city for that. We also have WeFest, the Red River Valley Fair, the North Dakota State Fair. We have resorts and gas stations from the Canadian border to Wapaton. We co-pack for other ice companies because ours is so automated. Most other ice, in fact, all other ice manufacturers in this area are not automated and they run out of ice. Last year on 4th of July weekend, our customers were the only ones that did not run out of ice on 4th of July. So we co-pack for a lot of other ice manufacturers that run out of ice. We supply to the Canadian Pacific Railway. We supply it to wind towers. The current system can do about 20 to 25 million pounds of ice a year. It is set up to add an additional manufacturing ice making machine in the building that's there now. And we currently have 6 full-time employees and 8 part-time employees. And for this upcoming year, we're projecting 200 to 400% growth. And the reason for that is Arctic Glacier purchased Mid-Central Ice in Perham, and local people like to do local business. And typically when that happens with a large firm like that, like Arctic Glacier, a nationwide ice company buys a local plant, they lose about 60% of their customers. In this case, it's looking like it's going to be 75 to 80% of them are coming to us. We're picking up 2 to 3 new customers a day. It's to the point now that we're only taking on customers that sell ice year round. So the resorts and things like that, we can't get the merchandisers, the ice boxes that you put at the facilities. So we're trying to limit it to just places that we put them. We have pickup landmark Victor's in Perham now. Holiday gas station has contacted us. M&H, we do have the M&H in town, but the rest of them are looking to get theirs put on. So with the new ice maker put in there, that current facility could do about 60 million pounds a year, but we would need additional freezer space for that, which is the need for the new lot. And the reason that we're asking for the contract for deed is growth in a business like this requires lots of capital. We have to buy new merchandisers, we have to buy additional equipment, build the building, buy a lot. So that's why hopefully we don't need all 3 years of the contract for deed. Preferably we'd like to just pay it off and be done with it. We would like to break ground next spring on the new freezer. So it's very rapid growth and very aggressive planning on the company's end. Just to give you an idea of that, but within the next 2 or 3 years, we figure to have 8 full-time employees and 12 part-time employees out there.
All right. Any questions of Scott?
You said you're gonna have up to 60 million pounds of ice eventually?
Yeah, by 2023, 2024, we're projecting 60 million pounds of ice a year.
Assuming the new freezer is the extension of the building we already have.
Yeah.
Separate standalone.
Yep. Probably with a breeze walkway from the current freezer over to the new freezer.
Now, what was the question, Matt?
If the new freezer was going to be connected, or if it would be a standalone building.
Oh, I see. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, commissioners, there's a motion on the floor. I'll call the roll. Ron?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Dale?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
GL?
Aye.
Motion is approved. Congratulations, Scott. We look forward to seeing the expansion, and I would like to come and see it. It would be fun to go see. We should have a tour out there someday.
Yeah, you can go ahead and contact me. I can coordinate that for you. If the whole EDA wants to come out there, Randy would love to show it. Randy Gravel is the the guy that started it, he's the guts of the whole thing, but he'd love to show it to you.
All right, all right. Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, item 5, old business. You have in front of you the economic development list and the commercial industrial property list. Those are information items only. Look them over, and if you have any questions, otherwise we'll just go around the room. Anything for the good of the order? Ron,
None.
Matt,
Looking at the map that Scott provided with the absolute ice, I see on the block going east, there's 4 lots sold there. Is that the public works and the county sites that are sold on there? 1, 2, 5, and 4?
Let's take a look. Let's see. 1, 2, and 5 are the ones that were sold to the county.
Okay,
who's in number?
1, 2, 3, and 4 were sold to the city.
gotcha. Thank you. The last question I had is seeing in the minutes from last month, and I apologize, I couldn't be in attendance. Larry, you were gonna go back and contact, was it Lakes Gas? About the lot, just kind of a follow-up there and what, how that discussion went.
Yeah, they are still considering the lot 7 that we suggested for them, but I have not heard back anything firm from them as yet, but they are looking at it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Dale?
Aye.
No, you have anything for the group before we adjourn? Mike,
Nothing.
GL?
Yeah, so I did get a call. I think Kelsey gave somebody from the food pantry my name and number. They called me up and asked me, what I thought of selling them a lot in the industrial park for the food pantry. And I guess I'll share my thoughts. I don't know if any of the rest of you got that call. I told them that,
I did.
in my opinion, it was not a fit. I didn't know their business, and the reason I felt that way is because we had spent the money to develop those lots as industrial lots that would be used for industrial customers to add jobs and economic growth to the community. And there are only so many of them. There were a finite number, and when those are gone, they're gone. And I just felt like they should be saved for that purpose, for the purpose of what they were intended. And the guy was thankful that I was honest with him, and it was a good conversation, but I just wanted to share what I told him. And I don't know if any of the rest of you got that call, but I just want to share my thoughts. No different than what I said last week or last month, I guess I'd say. And I don't know where they're going to go, but that's what I told them. And I was,
They have backed off.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
They backed off on that plan because they're trying, their plan they want to do now is be on a separate lot. And they want to put up a false building. So now they're out looking for a separate lot if they can find one that's suitable for what they need it for. So they no longer want to be in the industrial park. They've been very easy to work with. They're just trying to find a home that's accessible, that they can get in and get out of and so forth on. And Larry was going to work on trying to find some lots for him. I don't know what kind of luck you got on it, Larry.
Yeah, I did get the same call. I talked with, he's a board member, Steve Sanchez, visited with him for a while. I mean, I know Steve. I told them pretty much the same thing that GL told them. This is why we don't think it's a good fit for the industrial park. He was thankful for the candor. I did have some suggestions on land for him. He was going to go check that out. And I've not heard anything back, and I haven't seen Steve since the call, but I plan on asking him when I see him and see how he's coming along. And I told him if I saw the lots, I'd give him a call. I said, we certainly don't want to chase you away. You're doing a good work, but this just isn't the right spot for you. All right. And so that's once around the horn and everybody's comments.
Excuse me, this is Dale. I'm looking at the map here and I'm seeing that the lots along the east-west road, North Tower Road, right? County 131. That's the east-west road, looking at the map.
Yep.
And the north-south road on the left-hand side, the west side, I can't see, is it that county road or what is that?
Yeah, it's that township road that runs alongside the jail.
Right, so I see all those lots are sold, and I see the ones on the interior that don't have the same visibility as those that are adjacent to the public roadways there. Have you thought about the possibility of putting some signage to the, along either or both of those roads that would
Dale.
identify the owners of the interior lots?
Those interior lots have not been developed yet. We don't have a road network or sewer and water into those. The only lots that have sewer and water are the
Okay.
ones along Tower Road and Stony Road.
Oh, okay, excuse me.
So
I
we're
see
not trying to market any of the other land at this point.
Okay, I understand. I guess I see that now because they don't have any lot designation on them. But that's just something for the future when we do it, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
and I don't think that's going to be very far away, that we're going to have that discussion about the development of those streets in there so we can start to market the interior lots because, the road access lots will be sold here before long.
Got it. Well, that's something we can just maybe, deal with it later.
Yeah, that's a couple of years, probably.
Right.
Oh, my phone, sorry.
I was going to say that we've got a economic summit here on Friday at 9 o'clock at the Holmes Theater. And everybody, I think, has told the staff that we want tickets for it, for those of us that have signed up. So be sure to be there in attendance from 9 o'clock to 11:30 this Friday on the 7th. Can't hear you.
Yeah, Friday I know I can't be there. I have an appointment in Fargo. So.
Say, Tom, Dale, one other question, just back to these lots that are not platted yet. Do we have some idea, we thought about putting some signage on there to show that these lots might be coming available, future lots or something available? So people don't, people that are not familiar with the area wouldn't just discount this whole area as being developed when in fact there's a lot more, or any benefit in that? Future benefit?
I think there's always benefit in marketing.
Don't have to decide now, but just a thought for the future, I guess.
Yeah.
I think we might want to delay that though until we're closer to deciding if we're going to actually do a project. So once we get the idea that we're going to, get some preliminary engineering studies and determine what the cost is going to be for us to do that and have a somewhat of a schedule of when we are planning to do that, then we would probably want to start advertising, but not prior to that.
One thing we did it prior, Larry, you might find out that somebody comes up and said, God, that might be a piece to me, and it might spur somebody to come in early, and it might give us a chance to get rid of it earlier, if somebody knows that it is available, we're out looking.
And as well, they don't have to be platted to be sold. I mean, they can sell them on a meets and bounds description.
Well, it's platted, it's just that you can't sell them when they don't have access to the public street.
But if we knew there was a big business that wanted to come in on there, we would certainly go to work to get that to happen, but
Well, right, but Ron, they would be contacting us for lots and we would talk about that if they had a need for a larger space.
But they may not if they don't know that they're available. I'm just saying, it's like Dale was saying, if somebody's driving by and say, gosh, there's a couple of nice lots, I could maybe use that. I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt.
Well, I don't think though you want to turn somebody off and say, we've got this land available and then point out to them that it's a year out because we have to put in the streets and sewer and water. That doesn't sell well. But we can talk about that at a future meeting. I'll put it on the agenda.
Larry, if you'd be so kind for the next month, could you provide a map like this one that you did for the North Tower Road for the Cleveland Farms and kind of the soccer fields, Terry Street going north? Just to see what a visual of what lots are available and what prices we have on those.
Sure.
Thank you.
And I would appreciate it, and just instead of saying sold, who's on there?
Yep,
Give me some reference.
okay.
All right. Anything else? Unless there's objection, I'm going to adjourn the meeting. The meeting's adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Has anybody heard anything as far as the newspaper building or Perkins or any potential offers or lookers there? Tire kickers even? Not on those two.
They're asking too much for Perkins. They want 2.2 million for that building.
Yeah, I heard that.
And they have to fix it up besides.
Yep. I heard that.
Come down with price.